get through, 'cause I'm holding out for you. Am I the only one who's insane? Hey, you're playing with my delirium, and the longer I wait, the harder I'm gonna fall. Stop playing with my delirium, 'cause I'm out of my head and out of my self-control.
DRODA の空の兄弟。
Venom. Venom. My, if you ever heard what I heard in the night, what a fright, must have been a parasite in my past life. I don't wanna ever come down from a high, my soul was send it to the sky. Guess it's you and I, gone but I'm feeling too alive, trying to get me out of spite. Someone's gotta pay, I ain't talking big amount. Some kind of physical pain, some kind of traumatic shit. Niggas wanna see dead bodies, probably not there, running with no automatic clips. Moving scatty, all erratic and shit. Niggas pussy licking batty and shit. Oh, you mad? Then come at me, you prick. Make a move, better pattern it quick. I assume you'll be coming for blood. That makes two of us, that makes two of us. Venom. 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 True is to stick up, hands in the air, put the money in the bag, all cash, all cash. Venom.
Oh my goodness, do I love me this mic and mic arm setup? I love my HyperX. I highly recommend if anyone wants to get into streaming and spend some pretty premium money on a microphone, do HyperX. It's amazing. I love this microphone. I really do. There's no other mic that I would rather have other than a fucking HyperX. No shit. But alas, no more product placement from me, even though I don't get paid. Let's talk about something. Unfortunately, I wanted to get into the Vicious Vickers thing, but I gotta share this real quick. We gotta get into Frogan real quick because, well, apparently there's some Frogan news. I don't know why. I don't really care why. It's just here. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with the lawsuit, obviously.
While since we've talked about the Mighty Morphin Frogan here on the Diesel Patches channel, like many, I didn't know who this individual was until iDubbbz opened up his latest content cop on H3 with
"Time to be awake, Ethan."
And then Frogan followed that up with the hilarious slam dunk line,
"Wake up, Ethan."
Ruined generations with this.
Ever since then, Frogan gained many new viewers from the H3 Snark community and built up a larger fan base. She was able to obtain a lot of hate watchers as well through the Content Cop video and her erratic behavior being clipped.
Why didn't you go take a trip to Home Depot and buy some rope?
Okay, that's funny. Fuck y'all. That's kind of funny though. You know how many people I would love to respond to with that, and how many people I probably you can't. Come on, hey. Let's be honest. You guys are so holier than thou with that shit, but let's be fucking real. You guys are just as bad, if not worse. Come on, back in the old days, we would have said some shit like that. Every one of us. It doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean? It's just a stupid thing that you say. You know? Why does everyone's mic arm look so intricate and mine is just so simple and yet cooler than theirs? Oh, that's right. Because I have a HyperX. You fuckers using all these fancy bullshit. I don't really know, to be honest with you. I actually have no idea, honestly. Like, my mic arm was $40, so you don't have to send that much in a mic arm. Everyone sounds like $60-$70 or $100. Who knows what their mic setup? You can get it from Amazon for $37. A white one. All right, just saying. And I hooked mine up to a camping table. My setup's weird, but anyways.
No pity at all for any fucking soldiers. U.S. military? Who fucking who?
You know what's funny? As she's saying this insensitive, stupid shit, I literally just sent Chris this game trailer for Hell Let Loose Vietnam, the official gameplay trailer. That is really fucking funny. And I just called it PTSD, the video game. Well, that's fucked up. Obviously, I'm not Frogan because I don't support that shit and think that's horrible. But dark humor is dark humor. The problem with Frogan is she's dead ass serious and thinks that our troops deserve PTSD because Frogan's an idiot. Didn't think that one through, did you, sweetheart? Like, what are you, fucking stupid? There's the thing of making dark humor, and then there's just being Frogan, where it's like you could have got away with it if you didn't triple down on it. If you just are like, well, obviously I'm just JK. That's why it's important when you watch Worski. Worski will say a lot of stupid shit. But what he does is follow it up with just kidding. Now, granted, you can say that where it's thin, but you can tell Worski is always not genuinely serious because it's funny, it's laughing, and he's laughing when he says it. The thing is that counts for body body movement. That does count when it comes to behavior and when you notice it. One thing I will say, I can tell that Worski's never serious about that shit. Also, he doesn't have to keep saying just kidding because we know you dumbass. You keep laughing about it. We know you're not serious, but it's Worski, so what can you do?
I hope you get PTSD.
Idiot.
Like, you saw the clip, and I literally tweeted, okay? I did say racist. Cracker is racist!
Now,
some of these are kind of funny, I'm not going to lie.
However, it's one thing to gain new viewers. It's another to actually sustain them.
Dark side, Phil.
Fortunately, it seems ever since the Content Cop, Frogan's fan base has been dwindling. And now Frogan is at a point where
she had a fan base? I'm more shocked by that revelation that you just said she had a fan base. I don't believe you. I think that's bullshit. That's a lie. And I think that we should investigate that lie. No, that's impossible.
She faces the greatest evil a lazy piece of shit content creator like myself would ever have to encounter in our sad, pathetic lives.
I know, right? It's so easy. I built my setup out of a fucking camping table. That's how lazy I am. I don't even care to make a real setup because it just doesn't matter to me. And if I got big, I'd still keep the same setup. I'm not lying to you. If I ever got like to 200K or some shit, which I probably never will, but if I did, it would be the same setup. It would never fucking change. I refuse. That's why I respect Osmongold over everyone. It's the same boring setup. Shout out to him. Granted, there's other things of grossness that I wouldn't do, like having spiders living in the sink, but whatever. That's his depression or what the fuck he was going through. I mean, people didn't want to put two and two together why he was doing that. Maybe it's because his mom died and he didn't go to therapy, he didn't cope with it well. I don't know, guys. I'm not trying to say have compassion like, and like the guy. I'm just saying, think. This is the internet. People think with politics versus actual common sense. So, whatever.
A real job. Yeah, it seems Frogan had another blubberfest while streaming because she's not able to make a living sitting on her ass eating chips while reacting to online content. I could only imagine what would happen if I were to flash this in front of her face.
And Twitch streaming sucks. I fucking hate it. It's been bad for a few months.
Yeah, but just have fun with it. Like, if you have fun with it, it doesn't matter.
Forget about the money. Just have fun.
Forget about the money, motherfucker. She needs the money. That's the problem, though. I guess then times are tough. I get it. I'm not gonna act like I'm unaware of that. Like we all are going through it, but hey, bud, she kind of needs the money. Not gonna lie. It's not really a great thing to say to someone that kind of needs the cash. I don't know. That's just me. Where's Hassan to help her, though? I find it funny that the only one that doesn't help her is Hassan. You know what I love? And I'm going to say this, not to endorse Ethan Klein, because I am not an Ethan Klein orbiter. I will never be one. And I don't think me and him would see eye on eye on anything. But, at least with Ethan Klein is he takes care of his people. You ever notice that? Ethan Klein would take care of his people. If Frogan didn't snake Ethan Klein or start being all whacked the fuck out, trying to be all radical, I guarantee you the first one to actually run a GoFundMe will be Ethan Klein for her. Ethan Klein would never let AB or Lena or fucking Olivia, if she was still there, look like this. Like I've never seen any of them doing anything like this. You know why? Because unlike Hassan, Ethan's a good friend or takes care of his people. When I look at Hassan, I look at someone like, you don't really take care of your friends. You don't look at them suffering and you don't help at all, even though you could. Now, granted, I'm not trying to act like I'm this fucking magical, mythical helper, but I have helped people before. And as someone that has probably made mistakes doing that, believe you me, I couldn't imagine if I had the power that Hassan had. If I had the money, I would never let dude, we'd be living in the good life. They'd all be living with me. That's just me, though. If I had that money, there would never be a scene like this because that reflects on me also. To me, that shows you the type of selfishness that Hassan really has. Not to get on this Hassan, because I can't stand talking about that dude anymore. He's a walking just joke at this point. No one should take him seriously. No one should. And at the end of the day, if you do, that tells me more about you as a person than anything. Good or bad, by the way. Even if you waste your time making content on him, I just look at you with a side eye. It's like, what? Fuck it. Let him just grow irrelevant. He will go irrelevant. Believe me. If Tim Pool's going down, I guarantee you Hassan's next on the chopping block. All right? The new age of content is being Candace Owens, which is basically shitting on the corpse of a dead man, like Candace is. And morons are believing it because they want to believe in conspiracies. They want to believe that it's an extra thing, like to Charlie Kirk's death, other than, a psychotic freak decided to get radicalized and kill someone to send a message. No, there's more to it. There's some involvement. Erica Kirk. Erica Kirk really was really involved in the death of her husband, the father of her children. Yes, that makes perfect sense. Let me ruin my children's life, destroy my child's life. Let me do that. My children getting fucked over in all this for some gain, even though I'm raking in millions with my husband. That is the single dumbest bit of logic I've ever heard. But people are buying it because it's more comforting than the reality of the sad situation that this is. That's the world we live in. Oh my God, Candace Owens. Genius, by the way. And by the way, I love all the conservatives that aren't calling that out for what it is. I look down on you. I ain't gonna lie, I side-eye Brett Cooper. I'm a side-eye Amala Ekpunobi. Y'all can talk shit about all the crazy leftists all you want. Candace Owens is acting like a crazy leftist. And none of y'all said shit. It's just why that's why I don't pay attention to y'all. Because you all are full of shit. You turn blind eyes to certain things, and then we're supposed to be like, oh, whatever. Where are y'all at? Where are all you conservatives, man? The only one he's seeming to call it out is Tim Pool, and that's only for his own gain, by the way. That's not even for the right reasons, but that's all you. That tells me more about you motherfuckers. It's why I don't watch any of you. It's a lack of genuine belief, man. That's why all of them suck. But anyways, off my soapbox. Let's keep watching Frogan do Frogan things. Ugh, that's terrible.
It's my job, though. I have to focus on the fucking money.
I mean, she's not wrong, but whose fault is that? Guys, I would never make this my job. I wish I could make enough off of this. I wish, but I'm not retarded. If I ever got big enough, you'd have to justify it by being 500K. And for me, 200K subs isn't enough for me to make this my job. It would be awesome to combine, believe me. But no, this would not be my job. If I was making I would have an extra job and I'd be pretty comfortable. But Frogan decided to do this.
I know you do, but that's unfortunately like you can't control the money. You can only control the content, you know?
But that
Like you can't control how much money people give you. That's not going to be something you can control.
Dark Side Phil, some are going, well, buddy, let me show you how it's done. She needs to find the ways of Dark Side Phil. She needs to call Dark Side Phil and learn the art of the internet, of the beg, of the dents. Dark Side Phil absolutely spits in the face of this. Absolutely not, brother.
You just control on how much fun you have, and then hopefully the money will come, you know?
I guess.
All right, I don't know who the guy that's talking to Frogan is, but so far, his advice is pretty sound. If you can't crack it as a streamer for income, then do it for fun and get an actual job. He seems like a stand-up fella. I'd like to shake his wiener.
No. It's like when honestly, like you can't control it. People are hurting right now. It's not a great time for anyone to like be giving, discretionary funds. So if you just have fun, like you're gonna make money. Like do your fun stuff. I love when I see you. I was just fucking with you, but I really do like when you do like silly stuff. You're really funny at that stuff.
Oh, never mind. I take that back. He was so close to convincing her that it was over. He opens up with a more accepting outlook on reality that's easier for Frogan to digest by essentially stating, you can't control the money that comes in, but you can control how much fun you have while making videos. Don't put so much energy into something that's out of your power. I mean, if your Twitch channel is dying, that sucks, but all you can really do at this point is upload what you want, so you're not miserable cranking out content that you don't like making in the first place while making little money from it. But then his advice takes a huge nosedive by not enforcing the truth. People are not watching and donating because they don't find Frogan entertaining, but apparently it's due to everyone facing hard times right now. Frogan is actually a funny queen and super entertaining, but apparently all of her viewers are poor and broke as fuck, so they're unable to donate their money to Frogan, which, if that's true, then why should people who work low-paying jobs give their hard-earned rupees to some Twitch streamer? Now, for me, I stream maybe once or twice a month for fun, and I appreciate the donations from each and every one of you, except for those that just donate to insult me. I genuinely hope the worst for you. But my point is, people will donate if they're engaged, whether the content is good or people are hate watching, and it seems now even the hate watchers are leaving. The advice giver in the video flopped hard because he had to end his spiel with,
wait, Frogan, it's okay. You're actually really funny.
Don't lie to her. And now she thinks she can continue the streaming game and make it big. It's time for Frogan to look in the mirror, reflect, and admit defeat. The streaming grind game is over, and there's not enough money coming in for her to make this.
I mean, honestly, it's time to settle, sweetie. It's time to settle and move on with your shit and move on with your life. You're not winning this lawsuit. You're down in the hole here. You need to be on your knees for Ethan Klein at this point, and not in that way. Don't be. I know all you sickos think no. You need to be on the floor for Ethan Klein right now. You need to just get it over with. Do what Casey Tron did. Ditch him, because I don't see anyone else helping you. And by the way, if that means denouncing Hassan, you should do that anyways, because this is a piece of shit right here. How can you sit there as a person and not help out your own friend? And with Hassan, it's like, bro, I wouldn't care if you didn't do anything if you weren't such a piece of shit that will call out other people for this type of practice. See, he'll talk shit about Ethan Klein the way he, quote unquote, treats his employees on his podcast. Look at this. Where are you? Where are you to help her? Right. Exactly. I don't want to hear a fucking word that comes from Hassan's mouth when it comes to this shit. He's a piece of fucking shit, selfish frat boy, spoiled fuck who I can't wait to be relevant. The thing is with Hassan, it's the ultimate way that he's miserable is when he realizes people just don't take him seriously. And it's real close to everyone having that opinion. He'll still have his little insulated corner of the internet of morons who do that. Robin, what are you doing, little guy? Being parked next to a goddamn cat tree is really funny. Hey, buddy, calm down up there, goofball. You gotta understand, this isn't like Hassan is going to be whatever he is, but as long as he knows the main population, the mainstream doesn't take him seriously, that's the ultimate way that we all basically made our point. And Hassan deserves that. It's what he deserves. I don't think he deserves anything more than that. And that's just how I feel. I'm not out to put him in jail. I don't care about that crap. You know, like Nux and Tectoners. That's their dumb shit. I think that's retarded. I think for me, I care in the sense that Hassan realizes he's an irrelevant moron. But this just proves you have generational wealth. Generational, by the way. You could easily help Frogan. You could easily help her. You didn't have to put your own money into it. You could have made a GoFundMe for her. And you didn't. You don't help her. And look at this poor girl's wearing the same fucking shirt she was wearing for that fucking Ethan Klein video. Well, come on, dude. This girl's fucked.
A full-time career. Those are just the facts. In the wise words of my ex-girlfriend,
If you're a broke boy, just say so.
Frogan,
Ouch.
if you're watching this, I actually have several videos to help you get into the working world. I will not be giving you money, but I can give you more than that. Advice. Give a Twitch streamer a fish and they eat for a day. Give them a fishing pole and they throw it on the ground saying this is too hard and cry about it. So I did an application tutorial a few months ago, listing the ins and outs of how to catch.
It's over for Markiplier. You sure that video was a good idea? It's over for Markiplier. But we okay.
The attention of your future employer, and a lot of my homeless fans seem satisfied. Lastly, I understand it can definitely be a bit depressing if your online career doesn't take off or sustain enough money to be your full-time job, but I'm sorry, unless there's some information I'm missing about your health or living situation, another job isn't out of the question. All this comes across as to me is, woo-hoo, I have to work. To streamers and content creators, this sucks, but to majority of people, the audience, it's another day of the week.
Oh, boo fucking who? I mean, it is what it is.
I mean, how do you expect people to react to this? The only appropriate reaction to you crying about having to get a job I can think of is... We all know Hassan won't be helping.
Yeah, duh.
I mean, he left Casey Tron out to dry after implying he'd help her fight against Ethan Klein's lawsuits.
Oh, socialist. Why won't he give these guys money? Trust me, if I offer support...
He did say if. He did say if. In fairness, he did say if, meaning that you should have known right there he wasn't going to. When someone says if, it means they're not going to. If.
You won't know about it, okay?
I also want to make clear
that face is just gold. It's like, yeah, not gonna happen. Fucking asshole. I swear to God, that was funny as shit. Because I was just like, y'all aren't reading between the lines. And what's funny is I can literally read between the lines. If means no. It means not gonna happen, brother. It means that doesn't work for me, brother. Oh, hey.
Did not receive any support, financial or otherwise, from Hassan Piker.
So Frogan's definitely not getting any donations from him anytime soon. To my audience, my wonderful audience, if there's anything to take away from this, it's that if you ever take off as an online creator, please have a plan B on the side. This shit very rarely lasts that long, but I mean, it doesn't even have to be college. Trade school offers some great money-making options, or even just building years of experience in the working
Good to know.
Field. That can go a long way.
He's not wrong. He's actually not wrong with that. Okay, we're done with our Frogan segment. That was short, thank God, and to the point. Let's get on to Vicious Vickers, because I'd rather finish this fucking documentary instead of sitting here and giving a flying fuck about Frogan. Jesus Christ, I had to fake through that shit. But anyways, let's go into this shit. If you were not here for last night, I would recommend watching last night's stream. It's a Sticks Hexenhammer stream. I hate his name. It Sticks, that fucking cocksucker. The Sticks one, I was watching through his arrest and all that, so you can watch that from last night. Let's go into it.
Oh, Ralph was gonna get to see his boy, and Vickers just wasn't having it.
Can I just say how hilarious this is? I truly believe the only reason Ralph even went into trying to see his son was because of Vickers. Because he was so sick of Vickers' shit, he did that just to fuck with him. I don't think he really cares about his son at all. I don't. I think he only cares just to fuck with Vickers. That's how stupid this entire feud is. It's two morons that don't care about their families, but only care about their petty fucking feud just to fucking have this dick measuring contest, in which Ralph already lost because All Vickers has to say is he's not a deformed male, and he's already won the dick measuring contest. I mean, what's 1 centimeter to like 4 inches at this point? Come on, guys. At this fucking point, it's ridiculous. We're talking about a nipple versus a stick. I don't know. You get what I'm saying. Fuck you. But seriously, this is fucking retarded.
Bad enough his daughter had been turned into a single mother and he and his family were left raising the baby while Ralph started a whole new family, but that he got to play daddy on occasion for Xander, that he would be a semi-active part in his life and therefore a semi-active part in Matthew Vickers' life was something that made Vicious Vickers seethe at the thought of.
Of course, because, well, again, it's an ego trip for him. It's all ego. These two morons, it's all ego. That's why I hate both of them very equally in certain ways. I find Vicious Vickers to be an attention-whoring fuck who has no morals or boundaries. As where I find Ethan Ralph to just be literal trash, white trash, incarnate.
And he would go to insane lengths to permanently cut off the weak link that was Ethan Oliver Ralph.
Yeah. Awesome.
2022 to 2023 would be the peak of the Vickers-Ralph feud, with Vickers going through every avenue possible and shelving out tons of money to destroy Ralph. On top of subtweeting him constantly, blogging, and starting a podcast about him, Vickers would also become a pay pig to several streamers that Ralph really didn't
This was really stupid.
like Mr. Medicare.
This was really stupid. You were basically paying people to do something that they were already going to do. This is what I mean by like trying to do things in which all you had to do was nothing. Is that Triple P on the side right here? Like a Triple P. He was so skinny. Is that Triple fucking P? No fucking way. Oh man. It's literally like going into stock exchange is what he looks like. He's going into the stock exchange. Into just two Jewish dudes going to the stock exchange ready to fucking make a whole shitload of money, bro. Cash out and bro down. Didn't happen that way, but fuck it, hey. Casino was born, right? It's just so stupid. I'm just laughing at the prospect though of like this moron really thought, you know what I'm gonna do? Hold on. God damn it. I'm trying to get the Matthew Vickers picture so I could like edit it for the thumbnail. But what's really fucking stupid is all this, and it was completely unnecessary. It really was completely unnecessary. Oh my god, is that this Triple P picture is fucking hilarious. I'm keeping the Triple P picture only because I want to use it one day just for the fun of it. Because it looks so fucking retarded. But what's really funny is like all of this, right? And I have to ask this. What did you think was going to happen, homie? What did you think was going to happen? This was what did you think doing any of this was going to change? It just wasn't going to change anything. We were talking about a legitimate. We're talking about something that's like that just wasn't. You were trying to do something in which people were going to make fun of Ethan Ralph regardless. Like the Kino Casino were going to make fun of Ethan Ralph regardless. Medicare was going to make fun of Ethan Ralph regardless. Cog, well, I don't know. I don't know how smart it was to even rip on Cog. Oh, this is the best picture I can get. Well, and I'll F it. Fuck it. God, maybe I need to link it with Mike Yo now, and he needs to give me a picture because I need to edit this shit, and I fucking hate it. Anyways, maybe. Hold on, give me a minute. I'm just gonna half-ass it because I just don't care enough. This is Matt Vickers. He's not worth my time to fucking make a good edit for. I'm sorry. What was I saying? Listen, you were just trying to do a bunch of shit that was just so unnecessary, and basically for what? To get the one up on a guy that everyone makes fun of on a daily basis, anyways. No one respects Ethan Ralph. No one. Ethan Ralph doesn't even respect Ethan Ralph at this point. It's just stupid as fuck to me that this moron really said, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to sit there and I'm going to make fun of Ethan, Oliver, Ralph, because why the fuck not? Instead of just thinking this through and going, maybe, just maybe, hold on, almost there, guys. I'm doing two things at the same fucking time here like an idiot, and that's my fault. Okay, great. That's the effortless, lame thumbnail I'm gonna put on this because I just don't care. But anyways, this is just useless information. It's just a useless attempt because it just wasn't gonna change anything. Fate was fate, and Ralph was gonna destroy himself regardless, and had nothing to do with with Vickers. Nothing to do with him. If anything, I think Vickers delayed the inevitable of Ralph with these antics and shenanigans. I think vicious Vickers, Mr. Vickers, the idiot, literally sat there and delayed the inevitable with Ralph. I truly believe that if it wasn't for him, I think Ralph would be probably in a worse spot in life. That's what I feel.
The Keno Casino, and of course, Cog. Cog will become
again, the Keno Casino, of course, they're happy to take the money and all that shit, but like they were gonna do it anyways. They're probably like sitting there in the back room going, he does realize we make fun of Ralph anyways, right? You're paying Triple P, right? Who made his entire fucking name. Excuse me, this just in, Michigan. Hold up, breaking news. Michigan to investigate its athletic department, centering on how scandals have been occurred and handled. Oh, really now? Yeah, they're investigating. Okay, bro, seriously? Anyways, what was I? Listen. You can't sit there and you know, like you're giving money to an Ethan, Ralph, A-Log, and Triple P who made his entire fucking existence on YouTube or on streaming or whatever the fuck, what have you. You're giving that guy all this money when he made a career off of making fun of Ethan, Ralph to begin with. He was never not going to do it. Why are you giving all this money to these guys that's job is to make fun of Ethan, Ralph to begin with? Here, make sure you guys really get Ethan good. Okay, buddy. As if I wasn't going to do that anyways. Durr. Fucking moron. What are you, stupid? Oh, yes, he's very stupid. Like, the only one that might not have honestly gotten to a feud with fucking Ralph might have been Cog. And that's the worst one you could have on your side because Cog is a piece of shit and a lame-o. Way to go, genius.
Vickers' go-to gunt slayer, with Vickers not only donating to Cog handsomely, but also just straight up buying him shit to maintain his loyalty and make sure.
Oh my fucking god, this is cringe.
He kept up the fight against Ralph. Kinda unnecessary since talking about Ethan Ralph is like 90% of what Cog does on the internet.
And even then, that proves my point. Proves my fucking point. Even then, I'm wrong about that because you know what? You're right. He would have done that anyways. Because everyone shits on Ethan Ralph because it is literally instant money. It's an instant money glitch. At that time, making fun of Ethan Ralph was what everyone was doing. Because Ethan Ralph is an imbecile who deserves to be ripped on and made fun of every single day of his life. By the way, we might watch the Keno Casino set. We may watch. I don't know. I should vet it before I actually do that. You know what? I'm going to wait for them to put it on the clip channel. Because if I try and watch it now, I realize it's just going to be so many things and expletives that I cannot put myself through and get flagged for. Screw that. Not going to happen. But this shit is so fucking funny. This shit is so jokes.
Anyway, the other 10%.
And yes, I fucking hate YouTube censorship. Don't get me wrong. It's fucking terrible. But you got to play the game, right? Losing game.
And is seething about trolls and pretending like he isn't a broke British bum living in another man's house. Still,
the broken toilet.
It was a useful enough attack dog for Vickers. Vickers would leak things to Cog for him to tweet about and talk about in the show, like an email from Ralph to a judge where Ralph is refusing to comply with something. Literally the only way Cog could have gotten stuff like that would have been through Matthew Vickers. And when
Amazing.
I say Cog was Vickers' attack dog, I don't just mean he was trolling Ralph online. No, Cog would take his A-logging against Ralph to the streets of Lisbon, Portugal.
What?
See, in May of 2022, Ralph took a solo trip to Portugal. Now, some of you might go, but Mikey, didn't Ralph recently get married to Pantsu and have another baby on the way? Why would he leave her behind? Well, that's obvious.
Well, because Ethan Ralph is a fucking piece of white trash, and that he thinks that he has to live the high life by going out and cheating on her. Let alone the fact that Pantsu is probably way out of his fucking like pay grade in terms of like woman. And by the way, it's not me thinking Pantsu's like a high class chick. No, Pantsu's trash. All right, Pantsu is actually white trash in her own right. But at least with Pantsu, she presents as someone who might not be fucking white trash. Little did you know that she has dated a literal creep like fucking Digibro and loves Lolly. So, you know. Did you really think that this was actually a normal, well-adjusted woman? Have you not been paying attention?
It's because he wanted to fuck some hoes while she wasn't around.
Damn right.
Cheating on your pregnant wife with Portuguese prostitutes isn't infidelity, it's just being a Ralpha male. Cog would fly down to Portugal himself and go on a little lips and gunt hunt with his buddy Dan. Eventually, they found the gunt they were looking for, and when Ralph noticed them, he was ready to get active.
Hey, what's up, bitch? Hey, Dick, how you doing? Hey, what's up, bitch? What are you doing, bitch?
And in Ralph's great, Ralph is the type of dude that really doesn't realize at this point that he can't throw hands, and never really could throw hands. I mean, I will say the most alpha thing he did was try to invade, like the Riley compound, you know, the compound of Riley. That was pretty cool. I say compound facetiously. It's the shack of stupidity. You know, to get Digibro, which I thought was actually kind of hilarious. And I will admit, he was going through like a few people, and he's tanking shots from fucking from Mint Salad. He was tanking shots from Mint Salad. I will give him that. And then spit all that blood on her. It was actually kind of like badass in a way. It was white trash badass. I don't have any respect for these people, as you can tell. I really don't. Like, I don't talk about these people as anything more than literal trash. And that sounds very demeaning. I just don't think I'm being demeaning enough. So fuck you. You can't take this that seriously, right? You can't have respect for these people. So what's funny is I actually kind of gave him props for that. And then I also used it to make fun of him because I also know it's just really stupid what he pulled. But it was quite literally the funniest thing I've ever seen. Like and by the way, it's not like I fucking cheer for anyone in this fight. I mean, everyone in that fight, except for maybe Mint Salad and Pantsu, are kind of the worst of the worst and the scum of the earth. Everyone in there is the scum of the earth. Literal garbage. Literal pure fucking filth. And the only victims here are Mint Salad and Pantsu. And then Mint Salad's the one actually going balls out to throw hands at Meat and Ralph. So that was actually like Kino as shit. I almost want to give her a medal. I think I know like one of my friends talks to her. I fail to see the need in ever wanting to be around these people. And that's not against her. It's just who she's connected to. Even dating Schizo Sean is still something I'm like, no, never. I never want to be around that. I don't know anyone that would want to be around this shit. If you do, seek help immediately.
In Cog, chickened out like a whole bitch, so Ralph ended up fighting and getting manhandled by Cog's friend Dan instead, while Cog stood at a safe distance recording it. It was one of the most famous Ralph L's ever, and Vickers loved it. He loved it so much that later, Vickers, in his insanity, requested for the shirt Dan wore that day. And Matthew Vickers literally took this shirt stained with Ethan Ralph's blood and hung it up.
Let me make this very clear. This might be one of the lamest, most corniest, most just ridiculous things I've ever seen in my life. As a grown man, how can you do this? Like, how can you actually take any pride in doing what you just did? You have to be fucking stupid to take pride in this. But that's Matthew Vickers, man. He'll sit there and act like this isn't anything but retarded and act like this is hilarious and cool and like it's edgy. No, you fucking moron. It's just dumb. Oh, that poor fucking child, Xander, bro. His mom is developmentally fucking damaged. His grandpa is a fucking lolcow imbecile who lost to a bigger lolcow, which happens to be his fucking father. Like, at some fucking point, this kid is just up against the kaijus of life. This is kaiju mania for this kid. What the fuck did he do to deserve this? That poor fucking child. My God. These people are idiots, bro. Like, I'm actually annoyed at the fact that people like this are allowed to procreate, and they shouldn't be. We should start having literal fucking, like, laws, or we need to start being more draconian with these people. Maybe we need to start being more draconian. Maybe that's what we need to do. Fuck it. At this fucking point, screw it. The world's lost. Send the flood anyways. Just send the flood.
his house and even paid to have some trophy guy make a plaque for it.
Ah, yes.
I wanted to
yeah.
share that with y'all because I bought a 9.
Sup, Supersonic. I would bring you in, but you probably wouldn't. You don't know any of these people, and I think it's for the best that no one knows any of these people. This is the Vickers clan, and I'm making fun of Matthew Vickers going up against Ethan Ralph, and it's quite possibly the gayest thing I've ever seen in my life. I've seen dumb shit in my life. This is pretty fucking retarded. Yeah. By the way, man, you know, I should talk about maybe the Dragon Ball Z retrospective and rip on that. I can't believe they spent $30 million on that movie only. Yet they spent like damn near what was the number? Let me look at the actual number for what they spent on Sonic 3. Sorry, I'm texting. Yeah, let me actually look up how much they spent. I do want to see what I forgot. I posted it in the community. Okay, $122 million. $122 million they spent for Sonic 3. They spent $30 million for Dragon Ball Z. They accomplished what Dragon Ball Z failed at miserably on every level to accomplish with hedgehogs. That's your DBZ movie. Congratulations. Hedgehogs had to do it for you. So it's possible to do a Dragon Ball Z movie. It actually is. If they're doing live action, by the way, live action Avatar trailer, I'm in. Toph looks awesome. But I better hear the words Twinkle Toes at least 17 times an episode. Twinkle Toes, Twinkle Toes, Twinkle Toes. I don't give a fuck. It better be a saying. Because if I don't hear it one time, this season will have been a disaster. I better hear it. Anyways, I got like really hyped when I saw the earth bending. I got hyped. I got hyped when I saw Toph. I screamed like a bitch. But you know, that's for I'll talk about that later on. I need to keep on with this vicious Vickers clan bullshit. I fucking love and then I fucking hate white trash. But god damn it, they make such good entertainment.
Nice frame for it. It's hanging in the hallway right where every guest.
Of course, there has to complete the cycle of there has to be Cog, there has to be the vicious Vickers, but to complete the cycle of stupidity, there just has to be a fucking imbecile with a VTuber look in the corner. It just has to be. It just has to happen that way. Of course, but of course, I hate VTubers, man. I don't like any VTuber. I have officially put it out there. I hate VTubers. All of you. You are all cancers, and I hate all of you. I don't like any one of you. I now hate you. You are on the no-fly list, as all anime things are now on the no-fly list with me. All of you. Well, what's funny is like, again, if you actually look through the story, because I actually have a video I should cover about this, about like the actual going behind the scenes of it. It's bad. They completely scrapped the script. They rewrote it. It was horrible. They actually had plans originally to do the actual world of Dragon Ball Z correctly. They had that planned. They scrapped that. They had more characters put in for the movie. They scrapped that. It was supposed to be a lot more faithful to Dragon Ball Z, but that was during the era that they really sat there and thought that they had to redo everything from the original thing to to basically like modernize it so the audience wouldn't get wasn't jarred and like they wouldn't understand it. Oh god, thank god they didn't do Vegeta. If they ruined Vegeta, I don't know how you come back from that. Like you might have riots at that point. If they ruined Vegeta, it would have been over. It would have been so over. But they could do it now. Live action. I actually have faith they could pull this off because you're now in the era of accuracy where you're not afraid to make these things accurate. You're not afraid to go full Mario in the Mario movie. They're not afraid. They're making everything accurate in the Mario movie. Sonic, every character model in the Sonic movie is accurate as shit. There is not one character in the Sonic movie that looks inaccurate. They all look faithful to the adaptations. Every single one. Shadow looks fucking perfect. Knuckles looks perfect. Tails looks perfect. Sonic now looks perfect and has been redone a little bit, but he looks actually, they've almost improved the models. They improved the Sonic model. Crazy enough, getting rid of the tan arms and adding the blue arms is a way better aesthetic choice for Sonic. Way better, which is nuts. I didn't think I'd be saying that, but it's a way better aesthetic choice. So clearly, this is the new era of that. So if they were to do DBZ, it would be 100% accurate. They did the same thing with Avatar. The movie was not accurate. They tried to redo a lot of shit to fit some stupid vision that M. Night Shyamalan had. I don't know why he tried to do that. Like the fucking earthbending in the Avatar Airbender movie was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. It was absolutely disgusting, and it did not have any. No. Now it still looked somewhat more, a lot more faithful. Like I will say, as bad as the Avatar movie was, the Avatar Last Airbender movie was, and it was bad, really fucking bad, and I mean really bad. I will give it this. It looked. There were certain scenes that looked a lot better, looked a lot like they put a lot more effort in than something like Dragon Ball Z. Like there was a scene at the end with the water where he rose the water up. I felt like, okay. Oh, don't get me. I don't want to get started on the names. You know what? Let's just cut this now. I don't want to get into like a diatribe about the Avatar Last Airbender movie. I will be here for hours. Ong, it's Aang, you dumb bitch. The fuck is Ong? And then they tried to make the Fire Nation Indian. Why? Because M. Night Shyamalan's Indian? So let's all add force Indian representation for the fucking Fire Nation? No, you moron. Delete this shit. They're not Indian. Uncle Iroh is not Indian. Ugh. Sorry, I'm pouting. I'm pissed. I just got me all mad all over again. Anyways.
Guest who comes into my house will see it. Y'all know what this is? That's Dan.
This is the gayest thing a man could ever do.
Dan shirt from the Portugal 2
God.
beatdown. It's the bloody
Damn.
Dan shirt.
Matthew.
It's time to stop.
Like, are you for real,
Get
dude?
the rabbit meme. Get the rabbit meme.
I don't care how much you hate a nigga. Hanging up a piece of clothing that's stained with their blood is serial killer type shit. Vickers' obsession with Ralph had already been unhealthy, but he had officially reached critical levels of mental illness from this point onward. Because it wasn't just the tweeting, the blogging, the podcasting, and even the pay-picking streamers. Vickers' most vexatious form.
I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know if I hate it or love it. It's not gonna be. It's either gonna be really good or really, really bad. There's no in between, bro. I'm being honest with you. It's either going to be brilliant. Okay, it's gonna be three ways actually. And I was talking to Chris about this. It's either going to be really phenomenal, really horrible, like maybe damn near Dragon Ball Z horrible, like Dragon Ball horrible, Dragon Ball Evo horrible. I'm telling you. Or it's going to be like so horribly bad, but it's going to be like epically terrible, where the choreography is phenomenal, the kung fu's amazing, but the story's so terrible, but yet it works. So we're all just like, this movie's amazing. It'll be like 90s bad. But would I say it'll be anywhere on the new Mortal Kombat movie? Hell no, dog. The Mortal Kombat movie fucking clears. That shit looks awesome. I'm in. That shit looks amazing. Yeah, I'm really like the casting don't make no sense. Having Roman Reigns as fucking Akuma, and you know what I just realized? You have Akuma in there. Where the fuck's Sagat? Hey, where's Sagat? Where's Sagat? Where is Sagat? I need to know where Sagat is. Where is my boy Sagat? Where's my tiger uppercut? Where's my tiger knee? Where's my tiger? We don't have Sagat? Yeah, I'm actually now annoyed thinking about that. That's actually kind of dumb. Roman could have been Sagat for all I care. That's actually crazy. They do have Zangief though, and they got a real big motherfucker play Zangief, and he looks pretty much like Zangief, so he's gonna do great. Ken looks awesome. I have to admit, Ken looks badass as fuck. And Ryu is Andrew Koji is Ryu is I can't ask for any better. So it might be really good. Cody Rhodes is Guile, something I have to get used to, but it might be really good. It might honestly be really good. Or like really terribly good. Like it might be one of the movies like it's terrible, but it's like really fun terrible. Well, anyways, let's keep on with this awful shit. What is this monstrosity I'm looking at?
Of attacking Ethan Ralph was through the California courts.
Ugh.
Yes, Matthew Vickers is one of those guys, the serial litigants who threaten frivolous lawsuits with reckless abandon, and Ralph would be his primary target. And somehow, despite having a target as fat, wide, and rotund as
Love that word, rotund. He is very rotund.
Ethan Ralph, Vickers would miss time and time again. The
How
Vickers
do you missing the gunt? The gunt is like the size of Texas.
family's first L against Ralph in court came back in April of 2022, when Vickers lost his DVRO violation case against Ralph. It made him seize so much he ended up leaving this tweet: "I'll take the L when I earn it, and today, I earned it. On the upside, I learned what I did wrong, so I'll just bring my attorney along for the next violation." Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Mikey, what did he mean by bring my attorney along for the next violation? Did he not bring an attorney for this one? No. Matthew Vickers, despite being one of the most disgusting, frivolous litigants I've ever seen, doesn't like to hire lawyers that often, preferring to go at it pro se. He says this makes him smart because he gets to save money.
No, but you don't though in the long run, because you're doing things that you don't know, so you just lose in the end. There's a reason why we have lawyers. So they do the things that you don't know how to do, you fucking moron. But because it's Matthew Vickers and no one tells me he's a fucking idiot, he keeps doing shit like this. And it's really fucking funny. Ugh.
You don't know. I know you took that L today. You said you took that L. You represented yourself or some shit. Oh,
yeah.
Man.
Why would I hire a lawyer to something I was probably going to lose?
You already knew you were going to lose?
That's why you actually hire a lawyer, because he would have told you that you were going to lose and not to do anything. Your lawyer would have looked it over and said, I think this is a really bad idea. Drop it. That's why you have a lawyer, to do those things. You complete imbecile. That's why he's so stupid. You know it's bad when Ethan Ralph is smarter than you on this. You know why Ethan Ralph is smarter than you, bro? Ethan Ralph hired a lawyer. Genius. Stupid.
Yeah. Why would you
do something if you're already going to lose?
Because it doesn't cost me any money, dipshit. It costs him money.
Keep in mind,
that is not how that works. It's just not how that works. God.
That Vickers is a giant soy consumer who wastes money regularly on Legos, video games, and frequent family trips to Disneyland. He's even a Disney Vacation Club member with a timeshare. So Matthew Vickers has the money to spend on podcasting equipment, Disney vacations, and being a pay pig for an internet panhandler like Cog, but he can't afford a lawyer and retain.
No, he can't. And that's what I mean. All that money you wasted on trying to have guys rip on Ethan Ralph that were going to do it anyways, like Triple P, like fucking the Keno Casino in general, right? Or Medicare. They all were going to do it regardless. So you spent a bunch of money on them to getting good with them when, I don't know, they were just laughing at you because they're like, okay, free money, retard. I mean, my God, are you that dumb? Why would you pay all that money to them when you're going to do it regardless? That's like going in and tipping a police officer for arresting someone that you hate. Motherfucker, they were going to do it regardless because there was a crime committed. Why are you giving them extra money? You dumb fuck. That's their job. Luckily, they wouldn't accept that extra money because it's probably against like fucking violations and shit. So, but you see what I mean? It's just fucking dumb. And all that money you could have really used for fucking lawyers or things that mattered when it came to this. And even then, you wouldn't have had to do any of this if you had a lawyer on hand to tell you not to do any of this, because they would have told you not to waste your time on this. And Ethan Ralph would have destroyed himself anyways. So everything that happened here is because Ethan Ralph destroyed himself, not because you did anything. So you would have had all this time to focus on your finances that you were severely tanking, to focus on your family that you severely have helped ruin, and you would have focused on being a grandfather to a fucking child that needs every bit of fucking stable adulthood that he can get, and you didn't do that. You fucking moron. This is why I hate this guy. I have a hatred for Matthew Vickers. It is not a wow, I hate people like this because they're fucking sick in the head. This is a sick fucking human being because there's just no fucking way you could tell me this is rational thought or behavior for fucking Ethan Oliver Ralph. Ethan Ralph is not anywhere near anything but someone to laugh at and have no respect for. That's it. Other than that, Ethan Ralph is nothing. And the fact that to this day you're still doing this shit where you're still threatening to create lawsuits for Ethan Ralph, it's just mental insanity. But believe me, Mr. Vickers, you have a lot worse things to worry about than Ethan Ralph because of your own doing. And I'm looking forward to laughing at that as well. And I'm in the wrong spot. I apologize.
I know it's confusing, but don't worry, because it's all going to make sense by the end of this video. Vickers' next defeat in court by Ralph would come just a month later in May of that year when Ralph's misdemeanor case got dismissed, and it was followed by another Ralph Amell dub in August when Ralph would make some major headways on his child support and visitations to Xander. Notice in this tweet how Ralph says, after speaking with my attorney, almost like,
wow, it's almost as if the Ethan Ralph somehow has more intelligence to understand that he doesn't understand the law more than you do. You're dumber than Ethan Ralph. Amazing. That is a real sad day for you, huh?
like this legal shit gets way easier when you hire an actual lawyer. Somehow, despite being drunk and pilled out most of the time throughout this period, Ralph still had better legal sense than vicious Pro Se Jones Vickers.
I mean, it's sad, but it's true. Oh, that's the bowling alley. Is that where he jumped that dude? And oh god, there's a story behind this. There's a story behind this, bro. One hell of a story behind this.
Now, the fattest gunting that Vickers would receive from Ralph in court came in April of 2023.
Bro,
when the case Faith had.
Hey, I need you to understand where that's from. That is from the sex tape. Oh, you sick bastard. No! My eyes. I can't recover from that. Oh no. Okay.
Against Ralph was completely dismissed. And why was it dismissed? Because Faith,
oh hell yeah,
one, kind of on the slow side, and two, had no.
She is on the slow side. She's developmentally retarded. I'm pretty sure at this point. I mean, I know Mint Salad is developmentally disabled, but you know, I think they all are. I feel as though you have to be if you're around these people at this fucking point.
Legal counsel, aside from her daddy, who didn't want to hire a real lawyer, had to represent herself. And she said when it was time to present her case, the defense rests because the evidence speaks for itself. And then
is she serious? Oh, Xander, I'm going to pray for you, brother. I'm going to pray for you, dog. That poor kid. My God.
And actually present her case. So the judge calmly responded, no, that's not how this works, you goofy bitch, and told everyone to get out.
I'm live out here on the courthouse steps where the Vickers v. Ralph case just got thrown out because, well, turns out they didn't know what they were doing. And the case just got completely dismissed. Thank you, Twitter. Thank you for all your support. Take that L, Coin Man.
This L.
You got fucking felted by fucking Ethan Ralph in blue SJW hair in court. Bro, it's over. Just pack it up, dog. Pack it up. And it's still going on to this day. They're still doing it to this day. 2 years later, this motherfucker takes a hiatus from the internet and he comes back just to threaten to legal action versus Ethan Ralph again. He doesn't learn again. He has no sense again. Holy fuck. At some point, brother, pick up on fucking logic. Nope. But it's fun for me. I get to make fun of it.
All of his in particular had the Coin Man super tilted. And did he learn? Hell no. He just kept going.
He still hasn't learned.
Of his dumbass unrestricted lawfare being when he filed a civil lawsuit against not only Ralph, but 50 other anonymous John Does from Twitter. Why? What was the offense this time? It was that they had given him extreme mental stress an ailment similar to PTSD.
If you don't shut your dumb ass up, so you're an idiot, and people called you an idiot. Well, maybe if you would stop doing this shit and maybe listen to a lawyer who would have told you not to do any of this, maybe you would probably better off. And none of us would even know about all this shit anyways. I don't know. Pro tip. right. Literally, just a gold.
This grown ass man was taking 51 niggas to court
and losing all of it
because they laughed and cyberbullied him to the point of giving him PTSD. What?
Right, that's not how PTSD works, by the way. No, you don't have PTSD. You fucking moron. You dumb bald retard. No, you don't have PTSD. PTSD is when traumatic events happen to you. Not, oh my God, they were mean to me on the internet. If that was the case, then goddamn. Well, if that's the case, hold up. Let me go make fun of Ethan Ralph some more. I want to give that motherfucker PTSD for real. But no, dog. No, that's not how that works. That's not how any of this works. Oh, he's so dumb.
A bitch. No wonder Faith went to the East Coast to get away from this motherfucker. Like, imagine this being your dad. Anyway, the case
What's
would later.
Funny here is he quite literally, you know what, Superstar, if you want to come in and laugh at this, fuck it. I think it's funnier with a friend. I think it's funnier with a friend, actually, because I have to laugh. I need someone else to help laugh at this with me because I can't do this alone. This shit is too funny. Well, right there. All right. I think this shit's so fucking funny. And the reason that I know it's funny is the fact that Ethan Ralph won by doing nothing, but still lost in all this anyways. It's kind of funny, you know, he beat Vickers by doing nothing.
Yeah.
But Ethan Ralph lost. This shit's hilarious. I'm telling you,
bro,
this drama is funny.
I'm only stepping in for a minute because I have to go get my haircut, but I just want to say this dude's a whole bitch. And he got clowned on by 51 niggas and took all the asses to court. And he still lost to them niggas.
Yes.
You fucking retard.
Autism doesn't even have a word for this at this point. I don't think there's nothing to say to this shit. This sector drama was one of those things I wish I covered if I wasn't covering that stupid Fandom Menace shit back in the day. Because this shit's fucking funny, bro. Oh my fucking Lord.
This is way better than the Fandom Menace because the Fandom Menace, them niggas split up. So this is way funnier.
No, this shit's hilarious, bro. And they're still doing it to this day. He's still trying to threaten legal action on Ethan Ralph. It's like, bro, you gotta stop.
Also, I don't care how much I hate a motherfucker. I am not hanging up a bloody stained shirt with that with that nigga blood all over it. Fuck that.
Oh, dude, Matthew Vickers is no wonder Faith ran away from home into the arms of Ethan Ralph. Her dad is an idiot. That's your dad, bro. No wonder you're fucked in the head.
Imagine he is getting hoed in life.
It's not even the worst of it. Oh, no. The worst of it is the shit where he basically destroyed his life because he defrauded several people. He's in debt. In fact, how do you listen to this one? How do you get denied for bankruptcy? How do they deny you bankruptcy?
Hell no.
How do they deny you? And not just once, not just twice, not just 3 times, 4 fucking times.
Oh,
brother.
hell no,
4 times
bro.
They denied him 4 times bankruptcy. He is in debt to the Disney the family club or whatever for like Disney adults for like Disney trips and all that shit, right?
Nigga.
He's in get like over 200K to them.
Nigga.
The homeowners association's on his ass. He's so cooked. It's not even funny.
No, he's overcooked.
Oh my. Cooked, like he's burnt, brother. He's burnt cooking. It's over. It's done. It's cooked. It's cooked again. Like, how can you keep doing? And all the while, you're spending money on all these fucking YouTubers and shit. Because he took out like several fucking credit cards, ran them up, and you're paying all these YouTubers that were gonna make fun of Ethan Ralph anyways. You fucking moron. And all the while, you're in debt. You ruined your family business and your wife. Yes, he alleged that his wife beat his ass. Which, by the way, good on her for doing after
Oh,
finding out you put your whole family in debt. The coin shop didn't make no money, and that was during COVID, by the way, where coinage, where literally like coinage and metals and shit was like through the roof due to COVID because of things, because of work and things being stopped because of the COVID era.
Yeah.
So you didn't make no money during that era? How?
How you not making money during the COVID era?
Right, with all that shit. He had no money during the COVID era. When you were in a business that was hiking up rates, you could have easily made a bag. And he's just a complete scumbag. It just gets so much better from here.
This motherfucker is a failure at life.
Oh, it's hilarious watching this dude. And worse, like, if he fucking watches my videos, he might try to fucking sue me. But I'm like, brother, you ain't gonna have a case. What's your case here, brother? But yeah,
seriously, he can't sue nothing. He will lose again.
Oh, dude, he can't sue. He couldn't. He's so stupid. He doesn't even have an attorney.
See, that's retarded. How you gonna talk about suing somebody when your ass ain't got no attorney?
Because he thinks he can do it himself. I'm like, bro, you have no legal background. You fucking moron.
Mac Murdock wouldn't even come to deal with this shit for you.
Man, Matt Murdock's blind, but even he can see that you stupid as fuck.
Be dismissed by Vickers.
But I gotta go get my haircut, bro. I'll catch you later.
All right, bro. I'll see you later. Oh man, that was funny as fuck. You guys gotta understand, this type of shit is so fucking funny to me because I can't even come up with shit better than this. I couldn't write a story better than this. This shit is gold.
To court when the date came. So put up another point on the scoreboard for
Oh god.
Matthew Vickers would spend, and I'm not exaggerating, over $100,000 trying to punt the gunt for like 4 years straight.
No. All right. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go eat lunch. I'm gonna come back for part 3 or after I eat lunch because I think I need some time here to process this shit. I need to eat. I'm hungry, and I will come back for like part 3. I'll end that. Okay. I ain't going nowhere. Just give me like an hour. Okay. All right. Bye-bye.